am so glad that you're here to join me for this week, kind of like a recap of what sold this week. We went on vacation last week, and while we were, actually before we even left, the night before we even headed out, I woke up and I had several sales during the night. I love when that happens. Because of that, I ended up not being able to put those on last week's video because it happened the night after I filmed the video. I went ahead and put them on this week's to get me caught up, of course, because we were gone on vacation. I am super excited because I was really kind of worried that my sales would slow down. Whenever you tend to not be on your eBay, you know, changing things and doing things, being active on your eBay, kind of like a social media, for whatever reason, the algorithms kind of get all wonky. Sales normally slow down. But this time, we decided to keep ours active. And so even while we were gone, every day that we were gone, we were selling things. Okay, so we're gonna get started. What sold this week? It's gonna actually be starting on the night of June 4th. To 2021 because we left, of course, early in the morning on the 5th. So now we are just going to get caught up on everything that sold, and then I'm going to throw some other things in there, and then of course I'm going to be leaving some stuff out just because there's a lot, and we don't have, you know, several hours to do this. Okay, so let's get going. First, you guys have heard me talk about electronics. So anytime that I see electronics at a yard sale, estate sale, garage sale, anything like that, I beeline it and I snag it up. Most of the time people are asking relatively nothing for it because they're only looking at it, well, oh, it doesn't work because it's an old, you know, antenna TV, and you know that doesn't work nowadays with the technology that we have, but there are people out there that are still looking for them. So anytime that you see any kind of technology, even any like little manuals, pick those up too because they sell. Okay, case in point, here we go. So my husband found this, I think it was like a Texas Instrument little like a manual, right? And at the garage sale he paid 10 cents for it. The guy had a whole bunch of them, so he just, you know, scooped them all up, bought them. Anyway, this one sold this week and it sold for $9. The buyer paid shipping. That was huge. So just keep that in mind, that just because it doesn't, you know, it's not what is it, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yes, that is words to live by, especially if you're wanting to be a reseller. Okay, you got to think big. Oh, you guys remember a couple of weeks back in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how we had showed up at this garage sale and this lady was shutting down and she was like, oh, just take it, it's free. And it was an old antique metal Coca-Cola, like horse and carriage. It had the little Coca-Colas in it and everything was like really, really cool. Anyway, here it is. So picked it up for free. I think we ended up giving the lady a couple of dollars just because I felt bad just snagging stuff for free and walking off with it. But anyway, so anyway, she gave it to us for free. And anyway, it sold this week and it sold for $34.95 and the buyer paid shipping. Yes. So you know, the early bird might get the worm, but sometimes those late risers snag some really good deals, just so you know. Okay, next is gonna be these DuPont refrigerator, I guess they're like filters for your water, for your refrigerator. Anyway, they're by DuPont. My husband picked some at Goodwill on one of our Goodwill runs. I think he paid like $2.50 a piece for $2.49, something like that. And anyway, those sold this week for $34.95 and the buyer paid shipping. Love that. Love when that happens. It's a good week, guys. Good week, good week. Okay, moving right along. We always tend to run into people that have like old antique bags. And so anytime we see, and I mean like the cloth bags, like for feed and stuff, so that farmers would use. So anyway, we just happened to this last couple of weeks, like every single time we hit a garage sale, or not every single time, I would say each day that we hit a garage sale, we're running into somebody who's getting rid of this. And so we have just stacks and stacks of these bags everywhere. Anyway, so my husband picked them up. He paid, oh, what did he pay? 50 cents a piece for them, and then he bought so many, the guy ended up making an even better deal. But the last I remember hearing them say it was 50 cents a piece. And anyway, he put it on, and within 6 hours it sold for $30, buyer paid shipping. For a feed bag, right? And not like the big feed bags that are made out of burlap either. These are cloth feed bags, okay? So I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but we're all learning together, so just, you know, make a note in your mind that might be something. I don't know. Okay, so the next is going to be, I know I told you guys about this too, that we had gone and bought at a garage sale these DVDs. And I wasn't sure if we made it, you know, a good purchase on them or not, but apparently so. So we bought a whole stack of DVDs that were new. And anyway, this particular one was the whole season 8 of 24. And we bought, so if you were to divide it up, according to what we paid in the bundle, we paid $1 for it, and it sold this week for $18, and the buyer paid shipping. Be careful when you're buying those DVDs. Make sure that you do check comps. We kind of took a chance on this because we didn't know, and it ended up working out in our favor. So anyway, okay, so next we have, we had gone to a garage sale, and these ladies were selling all of these bats. And so my husband was like, you know, we don't know anything about bats, but let's pick them up and see, you know, if they're worth anything. So we got 3 for like $32, something like that. So it ends up being, you know, around $11, whatever, a piece for them, right? So, or 10 and some change. Anyway, so he ended up posting it, and it sold. I mean, and it sold quick because we posted it before we left, and then it sold while we were gone, so like within a few days. And it was called and I know I'm gonna get this wrong, so I apologize to the bat people out there that know more about baseball than I do when it comes to children's bats that they need for practices. But it's like Marcari, but it's a bat, okay, and it's white, and like I said, rounded up, he paid $11 a piece for them, and it ended up selling this week for $65.95, and the buyer paid shipping. Pretty good, pretty good. Do make sure you check comps on those bats, because not all of them are gonna score this good, but also too, if you can get them cheaper, that's even better. All right, so next was a Nike driver. I think it was called like Sasquatch or something like that. And my husband paid $3 for it. I believe he picked it up at a garage sale, paid $3, and it came with like the little dust cover is what it's called. I don't know. It's just like some kind of cover that goes on the golf, what are they called? Golf bats, golf swing, what are they? I don't even know what they're called, but anyway, but this one was a driver, okay? And clubs. Oh man, seriously, it's been a long day. Maybe I need some more coffee. Anyway, so he ended up selling it for $64.95. $64. It's crazy, crazy. Next, Coach black sandals I picked up at a garage sale for $3. Those sold this week. Sold for $29.95. Anyway, the buyer paid shipping, and they've already been shipped out. So super great week, guys. Super great week. Moving right along. Y'all remember me talking about a garage sale where I picked up like a pebble sling backpack that was Jones, New York, and it came with everything. It was super nice. Looked brand spanking new, y'all. Brand spanking new. Wonderful. And the lady was like $3. And when I opened up the bag, and I told her too, I was like, all this stuff go with it. She said yes. Had the wallet and the little like lipstick mirror, and everything was in mint condition. Anyway, picked it up for $3, sold for $49.95. Yes, it's cool. Okay. Oh, and then this one's crazy. We picked up a Belinda Carlisle record, like a vinyl record, and anyway, paid 50 cents for it, and it sold for $14.95. It's not gonna break the bank. It's not a huge amount, but you sell enough of those little records, it ends up being bread and butter, and it ends up being something that's consistently selling. Now, I had purchased, where was it? I think it was like at a garage sale, and they had a whole, and I know I've talked about it before because I've sold other things out of this same lot. Anyway, it was just a box, and they had put all types of littles in them. So like little tiny figurines, little ceramic figurines, little bitty, I mean like miniatures, okay? Anyway, so I probably said, because I paid $3 for the whole box, and it came with probably, oh good grief, I can't even think, maybe 25 different little things. So, you know, however that ends up being out, I will just say 10 cents, that I paid 10 cents for this little frog. Anyway, it sold this week for $14, and the buyer paid shipping. So those are the things that sold, well, some of the things that sold while we were gone on vacation. So, okay guys, well that is it for me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you're learning too. I hope that you're learning that not everything that you think is gonna sell sells, and then some of the things that you think, oh, that won't sell, actually sells. Kind of what we're doing, we're just learning as we go along, and we are so happy that you're here to learn with us. And anyway, so that's it for me, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.